everyone, I'm Kristen Loyd, and I am thrilled to be here playing role play with ALT. Betty from White Christmas has a phenomenal 40s vibe, and I am so into the 40s. The sister scene with the feathers and the cute flouncy skirts. Of course is the lounge scene with a gorgeous formal dress, and you can't forget the beautiful red dresses at the end and the Christmas scene. I got to play this at Midland Community Theater. Most of these shows you see are from Midland Community Theater because that was my theater home for the last 10 years before coming back to Amarillo. Just love the costumes in the show. I love the style, I love the era, love the hair, I love everything about the costumes this show, so it has to be Betty from White Christmas. I was meant to be born in the 40s. Eponine, Les Miserables, was my very first show with Midland Community Theater. A huge game changer for me. Growing up the age I am was a huge show to me. I mean, Les Mis changed my life. It was the first Broadway show I ever saw in New York. The music is absolutely mind-blowing. It's so powerful and you can connect to it so easily. Getting to play this, my first audition with Midland Community Theater, I heard they were doing Les Mis. They didn't know me, I didn't know them. I was terrified. I wanted to be in the show, just in the show so badly. When I got this role, I was over the moon and completely honored, and then getting to play it for 6 weeks in a row on the stage was just amazing. So forever, this will be a huge game changer show for me and my acting career. Chelsea on Golden Pond. This is my one and only non-musical. So this was also kind of at the beginning. This was the show that I did after Les Mis in the same season. I only auditioned for this because I wanted to get the experience of auditioning just for a straight play and just monologuing, and I wasn't super confident in my acting abilities at the time. So I went and auditioned, and when I got the role was just blown away, extremely excited, but mostly really terrified. But fortunately, I worked with Carl Moore and Jane Moore, who are absolute staples in the Midland Community Theater family. I worked with a phenomenal cast, and they coached me all the way. I worked with an amazing director who was a teaching director, so he taught me some of the things that I still use in my journey on acting today, and it really changed a lot for me. I was terrified walking into this show, and a new person walking out of it, and feel extremely fortunate to have gotten the opportunity. Mary Poppins in Mary Poppins. It's almost impossible not to feel like a star when you're surrounded by children who are looking at you like you're not only one of the most amazing Disney characters of all time, but also you're magical and you can fly. This is like triple bonus. The songs were phenomenal. It's an iconic, classic dream role that I got to play. I loved every second of it. I loved flying. I loved being magical. I loved being practically perfect in every way. It was so much fun. Reno Sweeney in Anything Goes. Oh, I've wanted to do this show for so long. I love Cole Porter, I love Gershwin. This is some of my absolute favorite music. I love the era, I love the genre, I love the dancing, I love Americana, I love everything about this show. This one was one that I really prepared pretty diligently for because I wanted it so badly. And it's such an honor because Amarillo Little Theatre has got an amazing theater, an amazing family, an amazing talent pool, and so I was thrilled to see my name on this cast list and can't wait for you to come see it! Elizabeth young Frankenstein. She is so outside my comfort zone. I was very intimidated by this character coming into the show. I don't know necessarily that I was super funny in it, but the character is really funny. She's just such a self-involved, self-important diva who's very look at me, very outspoken, very I'm the most important, but she's quirky and she's silly because of the interactions she has with the other characters. She's just pretty funny, and the fact that she gets to become the bride of Frankenstein's monster and sing some absolutely hilarious songs. This is probably one of my funniest roles and probably quirkiest as well. I loved being Elizabeth. Oh, I should have said that. I loved this role deeply. Woman 2, My Way, musical tribute to Frank Sinatra. If I haven't already said this, I'm a huge Frank Sinatra fan. Just that whole era of music, that crooner music, is my favorite genre to sing. I will bust out these songs all the time. I Love Paris and The Best Is Yet to Come and you know, One for My Baby and all those good things. So I still sing this music not only in my shower, but in many places in my life. I've had the privilege to play this role twice. My very first show with Amarillo Theater in 2001 was Woman 2 in My Way, and it was so fun. It was actually my very first musical like outside of a school setting, so it was really fun to get to be on stage. I learned so much. I really kind of started my love for being on stage and performing with this show at Amarillo Little Theatre. And then I got to play this role again in 2011 with Midland Community Theatre. We took this show to Norway for the International Amateur Theater Association with a festival representing the United States of America for amateur theaters. So I was Woman 2 in Norway in front of 26 different countries and had a blast representing the United States with this show and this music. Maria in The Sound of Music. I grew up watching this movie, and I was a musicals kid. I didn't watch the Disney Channel. I watched Turner Classic Movies and watched all the musicals. This had a special place in my heart. This was a dream role for me. I often pick the shows I want to audition for based on the songs that I could potentially get to sing. That's how important the music is for me. My absolute dream for the show was getting to sing The Lonely Goat Herd, and I loved everything about it. Do, re, mi, I loved My Favorite Things. It just felt like a special show, just simply because of what it was and a wonderful cast, and the audience is really connected to it, and we had a blast doing it. So it's special to me. Hope Cladwell in Urinetown. This show, as Amarillo Little Theater already knows, because I have friends who rave about Amarillo Little Theater's version of this show and being in it and how much fun it was. Well, Midland Community Theater had the same experience. It was so much fun. The audiences had a ball. This ensemble is one of the strongest ensembles I've ever been a part of. Everyone was so committed to their characters. Everyone loved the show, loved the music, and it was so funny. It was so funny, so quirky, and it was just one of those experiences that you didn't want to end. Still to this day, the cast every once in a while is like, can we just get together and revive this one? Let's just do it again. It's just a special, very, very different musical, and the audiences, I think, were very pleasantly surprised by how much they laughed, by how much they felt connected to the story we were telling, even though it was such a silly nod to today's world. So I would do this again in a heartbeat. Once again, I am playing Reno Sweeney right now in Anything Goes. This show runs May 4th through the 21st. Amazing sets, amazing music, Cole Porter all the way, amazing dancing, phenomenal cast. We are having so much fun. I hope you come join us. All aboard, we're ready to go. Come on, we're gonna have so much fun. So come be with us for Anything Goes. Listen to this phenomenal music from start to finish. You're gonna love it. May 4th through the 21st at Amarillo Little Theatre.